Captain Elara Voss gazed upon the tactical hologram with eyes of tempered steel, while 300 vessels of the Dominion of Sol gleamed like silver lances against the cosmic abyss. Ahead, suspended in darkness like an amber jewel forgotten by the gods, the planet Kael'dris awaited, silent, seemingly defenseless. Then she pronounced the words that would make her name be remembered or damned forever. Deactivate the mist shield. Recall all Argent drones. Maintain only holographic projections active. Lieutenant Kael turned sharply, his pale face illuminated by the bluish light of the panels. Captain, with all due respect, this is tactical insanity. We'll be blind. Elara leaned over the command table, her fingers gliding through the hologram with familiarity born of 1,000 battles. Or its genius. The KAEDRYN are primitive, Lieutenant. Their technology barely reached atomic propulsion. They can't even see our holograms. To them we are phantoms, specters in the void. But what happened in the following 72 hours would destroy not only Elara Voss's fleet, but the very arrogance that defined the Dominion of Sol. To comprehend the magnitude of the error and the price paid in blood and fire, we must go back 3 days, return to the moment when human superiority was an incontestable truth. 3 days earlier, at Helion 7 orbital shipyard, General Arcturus rose like a tower of iron and pride. His voice echoed with the certainty of one who had never known defeat. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand before the simplest operation of this war. The KAEDRYN are backward. Their society still venerates crystals and rituals as if they were magic. Their vessels are propelled by emotion, literally, through their absurd fire prayers. Contained laughter rippled through the briefing room, illuminated by sterile white light. Arcturus gestured toward the planetary hologram, slowly rotating at the room's center, revealing golden temples and organic structures that seemed to grow from the very stone. Our holographic warfare systems, developed by the Guild of Engines, are invisible to primitive crystal-based sensors. They will see phantoms, shadows. Meanwhile, our true fleet will remain concealed beneath the mist shield until the moment of final strike. Captain Voss, seated in the first row, nodded slowly. Her mind already mapped each movement, each advantage. The Dominion's technological superiority was not merely military, it was philosophical. They had transcended superstition, they had mastered light, matter, illusion itself. 2 days earlier, in the deep space at the frontier of the Kael'dris system, the Argent Dawn glided through the void like a polished silver blade. In its wake, 299 other vessels maintained perfect formation, a symphony of technological precision. At the command center, Elara watched data flow like luminous rivers. Report, Lieutenant Kael. Reconnaissance drones detect no defensive movement, Captain. The KAEDRYN seem motionless without tactical response. Elara frowned. No response? Impossible. They know we're here. Kael hesitated. Perhaps they don't, ma'am. Their sensors are archaic, based on psychic resonance through Arindra crystals. Our technology operates at frequencies they literally cannot perceive. It was then that the smile returned to Elara's face, a dangerous smile born from understanding an absolute advantage. Then they don't see us. We are invisible. And it was in this moment, this instant of supreme arrogance, that Elara Voss made the decision that would change everything. 1 day before the attack in high orbit of Kael'dris, Officer Mira turned from the communications panel with a disturbed expression. Captain, we're receiving something. Define something, officer. It's not a radio signal. It's not quantum transmission. It's a vibration, as if space itself was singing. Kael consulted the sensors. Impossible. Our systems detect nothing. Perhaps it's interference from their planetary crystals. Elara nodded, but something cold touched her spine, something primitive, instinctive. 12 hours before the attack, the Argent Dawn assumed orbital position. Holographic projections were activated. 300 phantom vessels materialized around the planet like a luminous web of deception. Holograms at 100%. All units report tactical readiness. Elara crossed her arms. And the true fleet? Concealed beneath the mist shield 3,000 kilometers above. Invisible. Perfect. The KAEDRYN would see a massive armada, but would be aiming at nothing, at phantoms of light. And when they attacked the projections, The real fleet would fall upon them like the wrath of the heavens. But then, something happened. One of the holograms, a false reconnaissance frigate, began to flicker. "What was that?" Elara advanced. "I don't know, Captain. Electromagnetic interference, but there's no detectable source." The frigate hologram exploded into fragments of light. "Impossible!" Kyle shouted. "Holograms cannot be destroyed, they're light!" But then another hologram exploded, and another. 6 hours before the attack, Elara Voss did not sleep. Her eyes were fixed on the monitors as reports arrived from all vessels. 20 more holograms compromised. "Captain, this makes no sense. They're targeting with absolute precision, as if they could see." "They cannot see!" Elara struck the table. "Their sensors don't operate at that frequency." Silence. Then Mira, the communications officer, whispered, "What if they're not using sensors, Captain?" And then from the golden planet below, a single vessel rose. It was not large, not threatening. Its organic form glowed with amber light, and from its crystalline surfaces emanated that song, now unmistakable, undeniable. The KAEDRYN vessel moved slowly toward the Argent Dawn, not toward the holographic projection, not toward the Phantom. Directly toward the real vessel. "Captain," Kyle's voice was broken by fear. "They know where we are." "All units, maximum evasion," Elara roared. But it was too late. From the temple cities of Kael'dris, hundreds of vessels rose, not chaotic, but in perfect ritual formation. Their amber hulls glowed with that impossible light, and each one sang. And then Elara understood. The KAEDRYN did not see with eyes, did not detect with senses. They felt through the aeon current the living energy that connected all consciousnesses. To them, each human vessel was a wound in the fabric of space, a silent scream of dead metal and blind ambition. The holograms, they were merely silence, light without soul, perfect voids. "They never needed to see us," she whispered. "They felt us." From the beginning, a KAEDRYN weapon made of pulsating crystal fired a golden beam that pierced through the mist shield as if it were true mist. The battle that followed was a massacre. The Dominion's vessels, designed for sensor warfare and tactics based on technological deception, faced an enemy that fought with faith, and faith cannot be deceived by refracted light. Elara gave the retreat order. Of 300 vessels, only 147 escaped. The Argent Dawn was not among them. In the final moments, while the escape chambers were sealed, Elara Voss looked through the window at the golden planet below. And there, shining like an impossible jewel, she saw something that destroyed her last certainty. The KAEDRYN were not primitive, they were different. And difference, she realized too late, was never synonymous with inferiority. The humans celebrated their retreat as tactical victory. They registered the event as Kael'dris encounter. Minimal damages, objectives reassessed. But they don't know what happened inside the KAEDRYN vessels that day. They don't know what the priest saw when they touched the current. They don't know that, for the KAEDRYN, those holograms were not invisible. They were blasphemy, light without soul, creation without creator. And what they did to purify that abomination is a story for Side B.